Tonight on News Prime, federal government declares special end-of-year train services. South Africa hides the lithium reserves for electric vehicles. On the foreign scene, the South Korean president faces impeachment calls after declaring a marital law. On a sport, FIFA to reveal Club World Cup draw amid the apathy legal threat. Hello and welcome to News Prime here on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Edikan Michael. A reminder that we are on DLTV channel 365, free to air NECOMSAT and StarTimes channel 276. Tonight we'll begin by informing you that the First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu says President Bola Tinubu's administration is committed to the well-being of Nigerians by ensuring that all citizens access quality healthcare services. Senator Tinubu disclosed these in Abuja at the 25th in the health of Nigerians, calling on stakeholders to reflect and contribute positively to the cause, just as she commends the coordinating Minister of the Health and Social Welfare, Mohammed Pate, and the Chief Medical Director of the Hospital for their commitment to improving the health and well-being of the citizens. The Minister of Information and National Orientation Agency, Mohammed Idris, says the President Bola Tinubu is committed to accountability on tax bills and will always act in the interest of Nigerians. The minister, in a statement issued in Abuja, welcomed the new tax reform bill, saying it was commendable. Idris added that it was very inspiring to see Nigerians from all walks of life coming out to express their views and opinions on the new bill, which is a matter of critical national importance. Now, the Senate has directed its Committee on Finance to hold the further deliberations on the tax bills until the outcome of a high-level meeting with Attorney General of the Federation. The announcement was made during the plenary session by the presided over by the Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Barrow Jibril, who disclosed that a special committee has been formed to address the continuous provisions in the bills. The crucial meeting with the AGF is scheduled to take place tomorrow, 2024, to solve the contentious issues concerning the proposed tax bills. The Arewa Consultative Forum has lifted the suspension of Mr. Maman Mika Osman as chairman of the National Executive Committee. The decision was communicated on the Wednesday by the Secretary General of the Forum, Murtala Aliyu, in a press release he personally signed. Osman was suspended over statements he allegedly made that were criticizing by some of the Board of Trustees and the National Executive Committee members as deviating from the organization's non-partisanship. In a statement jointly signed by the Arewa Consultative Forum Secretary General Malam Murtala and the Board of Trustees Chairman Bashiri, Osman was accused of making unauthorized remarks suggesting that the North will back a Northern president candidate in 2027 elections. The Nigerian Railway Corporation is set to run an end-of-the-year special train service on all its routes across the country. The train service is in compliance with the federal government's directive through the Federal Ministry of Transportation. The corporation, in a statement by its Deputy Director of Public Relations, Yakub Mohammed, says the modality for the special service will be released soon. Recall that the federal government had last year declared free train services for Christmas and New Year. Human rights lawyer and social critic Dele Farotimi has been arraigned before a chief magistrate court in Ado-Ekiti over alleged defamation and subsequently remanded in prison. Farotimi was accused of defaming senior advocate of Nigeria, Afe Baba Loa. A report says that Farotimi's arrest has been largely condemned on the social media after he was picked up in Lagos by the police and moved to Ekiti State, where he was detained ahead of his arraignment. Meanwhile, former Vice President of Nigeria and 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has strongly condemned the arrest and detention of the lawyer and the human rights advocate Dele Farotimi. Atiku, in a statement, described the incident as a disturbing reminder of Nigeria's oppressive military dictatorship era, criticizing the use of state forces to suppress the dissent and limit free expression. The Nigerian Army has organized a workshop aimed at enhancing cooperation between the military, media and other security agencies to address the growing challenges posed by the digital media landscape. The event held at the Nigerian Army School of Public Relations and Information in Giri, Abuja, brought together security and military representatives, and media professionals and online publishers. Our defense correspondent Kika Lumakere has a report.
The workshop themed Leveraging Digital Social Media Influence for Effective Military Operation Within a Joint Environment was designed to explore how media can serve as a force multiplier in supporting military operations. The acting Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, who was represented by the Chief of Civil Military Affairs, Major General Nosakari Ubu, emphasized the media's pivotal role in supporting the Army's constitutional duties in promoting the national security. He commended the media for their roles in reporting the Army's achievements and reinforcing the need to combat fake news to foster public confidence in the military.
The media shapes not only the public perception, opinion, and narratives, but also influences and galvanizes public support, which is a vital variable for operational successes. To this end, the continuous and seamless collaboration between the Nigerian Army and the media must be maintained at all times.
The Director of Army Public Relations, Major General Onyema Nwanchukwu, highlighted the crucial roles of the media in shaping public perception, particularly in the era where digital platforms often fueled misinformation and disinformation. He noted that while social media presents opportunities for the military to communicate its successes, it also poses risk by spreading false information that can undermine public trust and national security.
Ladies and gentlemen, is also organized as part of efforts by the Nigerian Army to further enhance the existing relationship amongst stakeholders in information management, the Nigerian Army and the public in the interest of national security and nation building.
The Commandant, Nigerian Army of Public Relations and Information, Lieutenant General Adamu Ngude, announced his plans to modernize NASPRI, transforming it into a world-class institution aimed at equipping Army personnel with advanced skills to navigate modern media challenges. He says the workshop is aimed to strengthen the partnership between the military and the media to foster understanding, improve information management, and craft positive narrative to back national security efforts.
It is high time we realize that in modern warfare, the media plays a pivotal role for any successful military operations. This is because the media space has become the ultimate decider of who wins or loses the war. Therefore, the need to always collaborate with media for successful military operations becomes paramount for promoting the right narrative and messaging.
The workshop elaborates the importance of seamless collaboration between the Nigerian Army and the media in achieving national security goals. Kikelomo Okeri, Global Television News.
Now, the Joint Security Task Force in Imo State, also known as Operation Odoka, has said it has discovered some shadow graves in Aku community in Okigwe local government area of the state where members of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra and its armed affiliate, the Eastern Security Network, allegedly bury their victims. The shallow graves were discovered during a clearance operation at the Aku community, which has been under siege by suspected IPOB leader Ifeanyi Okorintia. Also, the Joint Security Task Force during the raid said they recovered several stolen vehicles, arms, ammunition, and explosive devices. And an unconfirmed number of travelers are feared dead after a vehicle conveying them ran on explosive planted along the Dansodo-Ogoso Road in the Mara local government area of Zamfara State. Our reports say the explosives were planted by some bandits after the completion of the community work on the road. A community work is said to have recently been conducted on the road, and the bandits used the opportunity to plant the device at one of the spots. Confirming the incident in a statement, Made available to newsmen, the Coordinator Joint Media Coordination Center Joint Task Force Northwest Operation Fansa Yama and Abubakar Abdullahi, Lieutenant General, acknowledged the report regarding the suspected bandit planting explosive alongside the road. Consultations on the federal government's national digital economy and the e-government bill have continued nationwide, with the latest in Imo State. The bill aims to establish a legal framework for digital governance while driving economic growth and transparency and innovation. Our correspondent Amarchi Ibe reports from Imo State.
In Owerri, Imo State capital, in a roundtable discussion, stakeholders from various sectors convened to deliberate on the bill. Presenting an overview of the bill, digital economy legal consultant Chukwudi Chimezie emphasized that the bill aims to ensure economic transformation and digital access for all, with potential to increase access to government services as well as protect privacy and security.
And the National Assembly, in their wisdom, they said this bill has to go round Nigeria and the FCT to ensure that everybody's input is taken, everybody's consideration is taken. We've been touring around Nigeria talking about this bill and what it promised, and we've also been getting feedbacks. This is why we've come to Owerri today to have this stakeholders engagement, to deliberate on this bill together and ensure that this bill actually caters for us.
Imo State Commissioner for Digital Economy and E-Government, Chimezie Amadi, says the state's vision aligns with the objectives of the bill, noting that it is essential that the needs and priorities of the states are incorporated to ensure no community is left behind in digital evolution.
In Imo, we want to remain digitally ahead. Just like our governor is already driving digital transformation and digital diffusion across all the sectors in Imo State. This bill will support the efforts of the governor, because the federal government will now see the reasons to support what His Excellency is doing by investing more in trying to close the infrastructural gap, in trying to protect the cyberspace so that people will have more confidence to embrace digital technology across all the sectors of the economy.
Stakeholders at the event who deliberated on the bill made suggestions and recommendations on enhancing the bill.
Gathering to consider the National Digital Economy and E-Governance Bill, then to go through it and also make contributions. First, a lot of things will be made easy to access, documents will easily be transferred, land matters will be easily traced, checkmate a lot of things, and also bring development, make governance easier, and make traceability of information a lot easier too.
Because of the involvement of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, which Imo State have keyed in through our amiable governor, distinguished Senator Obuzodinma. We are 100% in support of this bill that have been introduced to us today. We will give every legislative support to make sure that this bill passes in Imo State.
Stakeholders in Imo State remain optimistic that their contributions will shape a comprehensive and impactful policy. From Owerri, Amarchi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
In a bid to ensure the development of quality infrastructure across Imo State, Governor Hope Uzodinma has been touring various ongoing projects aimed at addressing the state infrastructure gaps and improving the quality of lives for its residents. Amarchi was on the governor's entourage and has report.
The governor began his tour at the Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu Convention Center in Owerri, a flagship project designed to transform the state into a hub for national and international events. The convention center, once completed, is expected to boost tourism, create job opportunities, and elevate Imo State's profile on the global stage. The governor moved to the Control Maria Assumpta Cathedral flyover, a critical infrastructure project aimed at easing traffic congestion in the state capital. The flyover is expected to significantly improve the flow of movements within Owerri.
So all we have seen is all the facility and international conference center. 80% complete. We saw the flyover at Assumpta Cathedral roundabout. almost 70% complete. You've come to Olu, you've seen the road, the Banana Junction to Eziashi, and the government house are next. In our quest to decentralize government, we have taken it upon us to build a government house annex in Olu and another one in Okibu.
Next on the list was the ongoing rehabilitation of Eziachi-Olu Road, a key link road connecting several communities. This road, which has long been in a state of disrepair, is being revitalized to enhance access and improve transportation for residents. Governor Hope Uzodimma also visited the new government house annex. He commended the contractors for staying on the track with the project timeline and emphasized the importance of such projects in boosting governance efficiency.
It's not only a federal road, it's also connecting some other states. From here you can get to Anambra State. From here you can get to Akwa Ibom State and Abia State. And the level of devastation is so alarming that ordinarily one will assume that it's above the strength of a state government. But we have borrowed courage somehow to see how we can rescue our people from this malady.
Some residents of Eziachi expressed gratitude to the governor for reconstructing the road.
Before now it has been flooded, and in fact I don't even follow this road going back home from because of the flood. Sometimes there are cases of where children are being drawn along the line. So it's a very serious problem. The
governor also visited the Imo State Teaching Hospital, Olu, where a 200-bed medical facility is being constructed, which is expected to significantly improve the healthcare service for the people of Imo State. Governor Hope Uzodimma shifted his focus to the Umuchima erosion site, a long-standing ecological challenge threatening the livelihood and safety of residents in the south and north of the state, assuring the communities that his administration is fully committed to controlling the erosion and preventing further damage to the area. He expressed confidence that the project will be completed in record time with significant improvement to both the environment and the safety of residents. With the governor's assurance and ongoing efforts to address key infrastructure needs, residents remain hopeful that this project will bring long-lasting improvement to the state, enhancing the well-being and quality of life for all. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
And back to the National Assembly, as the House of Representatives has resolved to investigate the Abuja Rehabilitation Center located in Buhari Area Council and the social protection programs of the Federal Capital Territory Administration. The resolution followed the adoption of a motion on the need to investigate the Abuja Rehabilitation Center and the social protection programs of the FCT, sponsored by the member representing Oshodi Solo Federal Constituency, Lagos State. Speaking about the motion, the Lagos lawmaker noted that on October 22nd, 2024, the Federal Capital Territory Administration declared war on the streets, begging to restore Abuja's image and enhance security, adding that majority of beggars are individuals with disabilities, with other contributing factors including the Amajiri, internally displaced persons, poverty, unemployment, and cultural factors. You're watching News Prime here on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, where News Prime returns. South Korean president faces impeachment calls after carrying the marital law. The details of these as well as business, foreign, and sports. Welcome back to News Prime. And on to business tonight. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has disclosed that South Africa will keenly support the bid of Nigeria to become a member of the G20 club of the world's major economies. Ramaphosa gave the promise at the official launch of South Africa's presidency of the G20 in Cape Town. Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, revealed these in a statement titled "South Africa's Eyes Nigeria's Lithium for Electric Vehicle Revolution backs Nigeria's bid to join G20." Another South African leader reiterated these stance during his tete-a-tete with the President Bola Tinubu and expanded meeting with officials of both countries at the Binational Commission. The Nigerian Customs Service says it has initiated a collaboration with the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria to tackle petrol smuggling out of the country. Comptroller General of the Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, represented by the Assistant Comptroller General of Customs in charge of enforcement, inspection and investigation, Timi Bomodi, met representatives of the groups in Abuja to strategize on modalities to stop illegal petrol exports. A statement from the service says the collaboration involves the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority and the Dangote Refinery. On the foreign scene, Namibia's ruling Southwest Africa's People's Organization Party has been declared winner of last week's disputed elections, ushering the South African country's first woman president after a disputed vote that the main opposition has already said it does not recognize. The election authority announced that Vice President Natsupo Nadi took just over 57% of ballots, followed by the candidate for the main opposition. Now, the South Korean lawmakers have called on President Yoon Suk-yeol to resign or face impeachment after he declared the martial law, only to reverse the move hours later, triggering the political crisis in Asia's fourth largest economy. The surprise declaration ignited a standoff with Parliament, which rejected his attempt to ban the political authority and censor the media as armed troops forced their way into the National Assembly building in Seoul. The main opposition Democratic Party called for Yoon, who has been in office since 2022, to resign or face impeachment. Tonight in the world of sports, the draw for the expanded FIFA Club World Cup takes place in Miami, offering a first glimpse into the fine detail of a tournament that has been viewed with indifference or even outright hostility across paths of the football world. 32 stars student club teams will battle it out in the claiming state of the art arenas in which effectively cut races for the 2026 World Cup taking place a year later in the United States, Canada and Mexico, allowing the new look competition ought to be enacting the prospect that sells itself a month-long football festival at the first large-scale club tournament to feature teams from all corners of the globe. Crystal Palace captain Mark Gogi will reportedly face no formal action from Football Association despite adding a Christian message to his rainbow-armed indifferent overwhelming over the display of religious messages. The player and the club has been reminded of the FA Kids regulations after he wore an armed band with the handwritten message, "I love Jesus," in Saturday's 1-1 draw with Newcastle. And now to wrap up the news prime, let's take a look at our major stories. Nigeria Railway Corporation is set to run an end-of-the-year special train service on all its routes. The South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has disclosed that South Africa will keenly support the bid of Nigeria. South Korean lawmakers have called on President Yoon Suk to resign or face impeachment after he declared marital law. While the draw for expanded FIFA Club World Cup takes place in Miami, offering a first glimpse into the final details. Many thanks for joining us on News Prime tonight. My name is Adika Michael. See you again.